Welcome, everyone, to a party of watching archery. I'm Greg White, and this is the Hyundai World Cup Finals World Archery Watchalong Party. So happy to have you here on YouTube. The actual match is on Archery Plus. We're going to tell you more about that in a minute. But as we get our coverage going here for the women's compound category, we're going to march all the way through the first four matches, and then into matches that are going to decide who shoots in the gold and bronze medal matches, and then crown a world champion. Upper left-hand part of your screen is Lucy O'Sullivan joining us from the UK. There's Crystal Gobbin right there beneath her in the middle, joining us from the East Coast of the United States of America. Steve the Big Cat Anderson.
I don't
bottom
like
left-hand
phone
part of your screen from Utah. And then we have
cases.
Bernardo Oliveira with us as well. Good to have everybody here. Can't wait to get things going. We've already seen some outstanding matches so far today. Lucy, how has the day been for you so far?
It's been really, really good. I cannot believe that someone has won a World Cup final without missing the 10. I wonder if the women will do it. Can't wait.
Crystal, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's the story of the day is Jimmy not dropping a single 10 the whole morning.
And Steven.
If you're thinking about being a pro archer, just understand what that means.
Yeah.
These kids who think that's going to pay their bills, okay, good luck to you.
Yeah, but Bernardo, as you know, you can look at it two ways, right? You can look at it as the way as, wow, I'll never be able to shoot that, or that's the goal, to be perfect. And Jimmy was perfect, right?
Yeah, and as I said, in the end, he could have not dropped a single point and still have lost. He could have walked away with silver because the compound goes this way. But, well, it was totally deserved, and it was amazing. So, yeah, always setting new standards. And, yeah, as Steve said, whoever has aspirations of being one of the best, that's the new benchmark.
And oftentimes in sports, we see the perfect athlete with the perfect piece of equipment at the perfect time. And obviously, Jimmy Lutz with his Matthews title in this moment on a beautiful field. I've already been in communication with Mike Schlusser and with Jimmy Lutz as well. And I text Jimmy and just congratulated him. And his response simply was, "Let's go," because I had to say 45 10s in a row. It's no better way to win. And it was pretty awesome. Let's look at what we have on deck coming up here at the top of the hour. We're going to have the women's compound here at the 2024 Hyundai Archery World Cup Final here in Tlaxcala, Mexico. And Becerra and Rona are going to go up against each other as our first match, the number 1 versus the number 8 seed, Ruiz and Lopez. So you have Sarah Lopez from Colombia and Ruiz from the United States getting after it in the second match. And then Quintero from Mexico and Gibson from Great Britain and Paz from Estonia and Venom from India. So we have a complete mix of people. Before we get any further, Crystal, if you could explain what is this situation that we're in, these World Cup finals, and then how do you get here?
Yeah, the World Cup Finals is the culmination of the whole series. It's the best of the best. You can get it in a number of ways. One is just winning a World Cup. There was only 3 this year, not 4 because of the Olympics. So only 3 spots were up for grabs by winning a stage. Then there's just a point total, and that's based on your qualification, how you do in matches, and it's really all season long. And that finished up in June. So these people have been sitting around waiting anxiously for this end of season championship, which is happening now. And this is the big payday.
And speaking of waiting anxiously, if you didn't join us in our first matches earlier today in the men's, we had a conversation about one of the new bows. See, Matthias Fullerton, who won silver, he was on a new PSE. I think it's called the Dominator Duo X, and he was shooting that. But also Mike Schlusser was on the new Hoyt bow that is out. And we, Lucy, told everybody, we teased our audience that you, who has a new Concept X from Hoyt, the flagship target bow, you're going to unbox it. Do you have it with you? I'm not saying do it now. We're going to do it later, but do you actually have it with you right now?
I may or may not have a box next to me right now.
Okay. All right. We'll have to see. It's Steve. Yeah. Look at that.
Ah,
That is-
he's already
is-
opened the box.
well, he has.
Hey, let me just show you. I got a few of them.
Oh, come
Man.
on. That's
Yeah.
you call that the palette?
Bernardo
Is that
and
what
I
that
are
Wow.
feeling left out here.
is? Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Bernardo doesn't really. Steve doesn't know what Bernardo said offline early to us before the first match. So, unless you want to reveal it now, look, if you're just joining us, Bernardo Oliveira announced his retirement from competitive archery. He recurve archery, and listen, it's been a really great career and everything else. But we have been trying to convince him to come over to the dark side, which is compound archery. So, Bernardo, after what you just witnessed in the men's matches, what are your thoughts now about switching to compound?
Well, I don't have any aspirations of shooting at that level, but I'll be glad if I can, just stick most of the arrows in the yellow ring. That's gonna be fun. But now I understand the real reason why you had me here in the first place. Like the only recurve archer among 4 other compounders is like just to have you, the 4 of you, all the time saying, "Come to compound, come shoot compound." I think that's the real reason why I'm here.
Yeah, we're kind of mugging
And I
you a
gotta
little
correct Greg. It's not the dark side; it's the fun side.
bit. It is the fun side. It is the fun
That's
side.
true.
It depends who you talk to, though, right? Like, you talk to, especially Barebo. Barebo has been growing in popularity across the world, in terms of shooting and competition. Even World Archery has added Barebo as a category in some areas. And, you talk to the Barebo people and they think compound is evil. We're the evil group.
Oh.
But, oh, yeah. Yeah, at least the people I talk to. However, we're still on a quest to get compound archery into the Olympics someday. It's in the Paralympics. And, for us in the United States, we were able to win 2 gold medals. And it was pretty amazing Paralympics to be able to watch those Olympians who do shoot compound, especially the armless archer, Matt Stutzman and his performance.
Yeah.
And not only his performance in the gold medal match, which was stellar, but his performance to get there. If you don't know that story, you got to research it because he had 2 shoot-offs in order to get to gold. And one of them, he center punched at 50 meters with an X10 arrow, absolutely center punched it in order to move on. But it was spectacular. So anyway, we have our matches ahead of us right now. And we have 7 archers that qualified, as Crystal mentioned to us. Then we have 1 archer that is, from Mexico, who is the archer of the home country, right? So it should be pretty exciting. Some of the biggest names in compound archery are in the mix. Some that have been around quite a while, ranked number 1 in the world, and others that are really stormed onto the scene. Like I look at Elisa Roner and her and how she's really progressed in the last couple of years. Mary Marita Paz as well, from Estonia. Obviously, Ella Gibson has been really strong the last couple of years. And of course, Alexis Ruiz and Sarah Lopez have been around quite a while. So, and Andrea Becerra, and of course, Jyoti Venom, who has been an absolute rocket ship in archery. So we're looking forward to some big matches. What do you guys think? Any predictions for today?
I gotta say, I'm really excited to see 7 countries represented, and there's not 8 because we have the host country getting that guaranteed spot. But this is pretty exciting for women's compound. You haven't seen the depth that you've seen this year in a long time. Really, truly, any one of these women can win today.
Yeah. Agree.
Lucy, any comments from you? Because as someone who competes, and has competed at this level before, what is the possibility that we see one of these shooters, one of these athletes, go 45-10s like we saw with Jimmy Lutz? That is pretty incredible.
Do you know what? There's actually there's nothing that's stopping them. The women have been shooting as good scores as the guys, and we're shooting at the same distance as the men. So yeah, there's literally sometimes you watch Ella and at national stuff in Great Britain, and she's just not dropping. She's not dropping any 9s. It's just 10s. So and it's really windy. So we feel like we're shooting on a different field from her. I don't know how they do it. These girls are amazing. They're next level. Amazing.
And Steve, what are you looking forward to in these matches coming up?
Let's see if we can get some similar results, out of the women like we saw from the men, and just continue to raise that bar. They have been certainly trending that way. Like Lucy was saying, the scores are, it's kind of a blurred line between the men and the women right now. A lot of these women, I would never want to have to shoot head to head against them. They would be a very tough match. So that's it's a real thing. But let's see if they start dropping 150s left and right like the men are.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. So the matches are going to be on Archery Plus. So if you want to jump on over to archery.tv, you can get a subscription for the weekend, or you can actually get yourself like a longer term subscription and get all the video on demand and the matches and everything that Archery Plus has to offer. So by all means, you want to get that done. Just, open up another window or split them apart if you have one computer screen, or maybe if you have a tablet, you could watch us on the tablet and watch the tournament. It's kind of getting ready to get started now. They're running their opening stuff at the top of the hour here, but we're going to keep score. Bernardo is here, and he's going to be the one. So you can give him all the praise or blame him. It's totally up to you. But he's going to be plotting all the scores for us and all the arrows as well. So if you don't have the ability to watch it on Archery Plus, we'll try to keep you as posted as we can. But look, this isn't the official commentary channel. This is us hanging out, and we're just talking archery, and we're having a good time, and we're marveling at some of the things that are happening. And there's been some big advances lately in archery technology and new bows out, and so we marvel at that and the performance of these athletes, as well as this is our final of Compound. And the way this works is pretty simple. If you win, you advance. If you lose, you're done. So for all these people that have prepared over the last couple months to be here, have traveled to Mexico to be here, it might just be 15 arrows and a seat to watch what happens. But we're going to have 4 matches. The winners are going to go to basically the one-on-one matchups to decide who gets the gold, and the losers go to bronze, and then we'll have those matches following. So a couple hours from now, we're going to have our world champion. First up, though, is going to be Mexico versus Italy, right? So we have Andrea Becerra and Elisa Roner. They're going to be taking the stage. And Crystal, you're familiar with both these archers, aren't you?
Yes. I shot against both of them during my time, but more so losing my train of thought.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine, right, Becerra probably more than anyone else, I would think. Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah, Becerra's been around quite a while. Roner's been around, but it hasn't been until the last, maybe 2 years, a little bit over 2 years, where she's all of a sudden... It was
really indoors in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. She came out strong, and then since then she's been running. In addition to that, she turned professional archer because of her success. Roner. I got to shoot with her on a bale in Vegas. That's a long story, but for those of you who haven't been to the Vegas shoot, which also has a World Archery Indoor final, basically you pick a class. You can pick the unlimited class like Steve shoots, the open class they call it, where you can be any age, shoot any bow or whatever. But but you got to shoot a 900 to even make the finals. But yeah, there's a bunch of categories, a bunch of people, over 4,000 people for this year's Vegas. And when I'm commentating, I have meetings and I have commentate, so I don't get to shoot with my group often, only one day. Then the rest of the time, they stick me in a bunch of other groups. So I've shot with Olympic Recurve, Casey Kaufhold's group one year, where it was the final day and they were shooting for the win, and I had to shoot on their bail. That was a bit nerve-wracking. I've shot with kids, with collegiate barebow, and I've shot with women, the women's pro category as well. And the last time I did, I was on the bail with Elisa Roner. So I got to see her shoot, and she's got a very, very natural shot and very serious about it. So World Cup final. Okay. So let's see. They're running all the stuff. We should be ready to go. The athletes are on the field right now, and we're getting ready to get underway. So if you're watching us on Archery Plus, watching the match, archery.tv, get signed up or log into your account. We're ready for the first arrow to fly. And it looks like it's going to be Elisa Roner from Italy who will kick things off.
And as we
Great
said this
start.
morning with the men, Becerra's going to have a huge crowd behind her. Being in Mexico, they're loud. They're going to be excited and really pushing her to shoot her best.
And an X from Becerra too. Ooh, little left. It looks to me like the lighting has changed quite a bit from the morning matches. There's a lot more shadows, at least where the archers are.
At least it makes it more consistent, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because before, like, target 1 had a bit of shadow, and then target 2. So at least with this, it's like both targets are kind of in shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the gold final difference was massive, right? Lutz and Fullerton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, 29 apiece. This is cumulative scoring. If you're new to archery watching us on YouTube, which basically means every arrow point value makes a difference. They add it up at the end, and whoever has the highest score wins and advances. Or if we have a tie, we go 1 arrow closest to the center, which we've had a couple earlier on today, which is pretty exciting. So the first end is done and dusted. In archery, if you're new, like I said, every time we shoot a group of arrows, and the group is defined by which game we play, you could have a group of 6, a group of 4. In this case, it's going to be a group of 3 for these elimination matches. And that is called an end. What else do we call it? We call it something else, don't we? An end or...
And
Set.
recurve set.
Set.
Recurve
Set,
archery.
right? Yeah. Yeah, recurve's a little different. Tomorrow when you tune in and watch us, we're going to be watching something. The way it's scored is a little bit different. But there's a good look at the crowd cheering on Becerra. They're pulling for her. Must be crazy.
Yeah,
It's
I
nice
can
to
only
see,
imagine how loud it is.
Yeah, but it's so nice to see Rona, like, smiling there. Like, she seems way more chill and, like, enjoying it, which is really nice. Even though
Yeah,
you
I think
have
you get that
the
at
crowd against you.
I think you get that at finals. You have it's 50-50. You have the people who are there 100%. It's win or nothing. They're going to be pissed off if they don't win. And then there's people who are just so excited that they made World Cup finals, because that in itself is a huge achievement. So you kind of get both.
Yeah. 100%.
I did notice that the wind has definitely picked up from the morning, or I could see the trees that are above them and behind them. And you can see the flags on the targets too starting to move around a little bit. That alone might give us scores that aren't quite as high.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't take much.
No. Yeah, you can see the flag behind them. It's like quite a lot of wind.
Ooh, she wasn't happy with that shot.
Yeah,
Also, look at the
struggling.
movement
Yeah.
on the hair of the
There's the
athletes. There's a
flag.
little bit of movement, but you can see the flags behind them. But as Braden
Nice.
Galantine, who was there, he said yesterday that it's just a swirling bit of a wind. It's very difficult when they were at their familiarization day, as they call it in World Archery.
Mm-hmm.
I call it practice day.
Oh no, you get a very select time in the exact lane you're shooting. It's pretty.
Oh, is that how it works? That's why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They run it through
Yeah,
just like the matches. Yep.
The venue familiarization, yeah, because actual practice happens somewhere else. You don't practice all the time on this finals venue.
Correct.
That makes sense.
For who's watching on Archery Plus, that always shows behind Elisa Roner, CEO of USA Archery, Rod Menzer. Is that his name?
Yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting with
right
Tom
beside Tom
Dillon.
Dillon. Yeah.
Sitting with Tom.
Good to know Rod's somewhere. Yeah, and if you have some questions for our panel, feel free. We're trying to make sure this panel stays awake. Those of us in the U.S., I think, left and went and got some lunch. So this is like after lunch malaise. Better get that energy level up, people.
So it's
And
9
10
p.m. for
p.m.
me.
here
I
for me.
was gonna say some
9
of you
p.m.
are
for
late.
Mm.
That's bedtime.
9 p.m. Yeah.
What watch along did you do with me, Crystal? Do you remember? Was it China or Korea?
Shanghai.
Oof,
Yeah, Shanghai.
that was early
Yeah,
morning.
it was
Steve,
awful.
which one did you do? That was early morning.
Korea, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. One of those, I was working the ASA that weekend too. That was like, 2 hours of sleep, up 2 hours of sleep. Hard to keep the energy
Yep.
level up that day.
Making things happen, getting
You
paid,
can't tell if
baby.
that's in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put that one on the line. We'll need to check after.
Yeah.
you guys
I
are
think it's
watching
in.
on your
It's in.
fancy laptops. I'm watching on an iPhone.
Poor guy.
Well,
That's
whose
why.
fault is that?
Don't worry. I did that for the Olympics. I was stuck in France. I was doing it on a phone. I had 2 phones.
That was funny. Like a hotel
That is true.
restaurant or something. Breakfast buffet.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Where is it?
And I'm sitting here crying because all I have is my laptop instead of my nice like widescreen monitor, whole spaceship setup.
Do you know what? It can be done on phones. Modern technology. We've got this. It's amazing.
Steve, why don't you just call Tom Dillon real quick and get her username and password for Archery Plus? Then you could have that on your work computer and just be able to stream it.
Well, it would be probably 45 seconds behind or something like that, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Plus, I don't think Tom would have the username and password to give out anyway.
No, he does. No.
He's there.
That's
He doesn't
below
need
his
it.
pay grade. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 points. Looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
30 for both,
Ooh.
it seems.
Interesting arrow flight. Did you see that arrow come off that rest? It went a little sideways.
She wasn't happy. She wasn't sure.
Mm-mm.
Do you think it's an advantage having the home crowd or a disadvantage? Do you feel like you don't want to let them down, or is it just like great to have people behind you?
No, I love it.
I don't know that I think it would help me necessarily. There's just more distractions when a bunch of people are around, but you know, it's not like, I don't know, it's hard to say. There's not like 10,000 people there yelling at you, you know, so it's a crowd, but it's probably not super huge. It's super hostile either.
Yeah, but Steve, for someone like you who has a nickname, I always think that it's worse because if someone yells Steve, you can like ignore that because your mom's been yelling Steve since you were in middle school playing Pop Warner football. But if you get someone yelling big cat, I think that it would just like get right through. You know what I mean?
Gonna hear it either way, but
All right.
I just love archery matches with noise. I hate the dead silent
Yes.
indoors where you can hear a pin drop. No, thank you.
people need to archers need to get the crowd to ramp it up a little bit. It's like golf when they do the Ryder Cup and they're like, yeah, give us some noise. That's more fun. The Ryder Cup's the best golf to watch. You know,
That's why
no one
Steve
wants to
puts
watch
the
a guy
shirt on.
spend 3 minutes. Oh yeah, there was a day.
That was a day. The shark fin on the head. Yeah, that was something. Now, had you won a match, Steve, and ripped your shirt off, hey, you might have made the news. You know what I mean? You might have made the ESPN highlight reel on that one.
Yeah.
No, they're not putting archery on there.
Wait, sorry,
Wow.
you ripped your shirt off.
No, I said if.
It was a hypothetical.
It was
Yeah.
Oh.
hypothetical.
Well, archery doesn't make the news because you didn't rip your shirt off. Like the
That's what I'm
moment-
saying.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The abominable
time he wins.
snowman.
We're
ripped
gonna
his
get
shirt
it
off.
there.
We need a winner who's
We're
like,
gonna get it
Mhm.
You know what, guys? It's gonna get there. Archery's gonna get there. I believe in it. I saw the new Vegas finals venue, which will also be the Indoor World Series finals venue. Looks great. They're gonna be able to do some really cool stuff.
Ah, that's exciting.
winner rips their shirt off.
Is that all you can tell us?
That could happen. It could happen. Maybe
we've
for
laid,
better
we've
or
laid down
worse.
the benchmark now. Whoever wins that thing has got to pull a Brandy Chastain moment. Just get out.
Ever wins
Yeah.
Vegas.
Mhm.
Great, it'll be you.
Right.
I asked Rio Wild one year. I said, "Hey, if you win, can you flip your bow around and ride it like a stick horse with the stabilizer?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And then he won, and he didn't do it.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
lame.
Rio.
Come on, Rio.
Shame, Rio.
Maybe if he wins Masters at, well, it's not the same. Nobody's watching. I understand.
No.
I tried to do a flip. Once at the national tour, and it like the flip just looked really crap. So they've got pictures of me like. We tried to do a round off.
What are you gonna do? Hey, what are you gonna do? Still a 2-point lead in this final, and this is winner advances. So Roner here's got to put it in the 10 ring and then hope for the best, or else her day is done. Great X.
Nice X.
So now
Oh,
it should
she
be an
looks.
8. Yeah.
It's like bittersweet. You're so excited to be there, but also it's like, oh, I've only shot 15 arrows.
9 to win gets her done.
Tough.
Just
Tough.
made it.
Yeah. 146.
So not quite the level of the guys.
Going back real quick, though, to the crowd, Steve, and what you were talking about, I'm not sure if any of you have had an opportunity to see the last couple of years, the U.S. Collegiate 3D Championships, but they're in Foley, Alabama. I think it happened 2 weekends ago, perhaps. And so you have these collegiate teams that go down there, and they have a couple of different categories. You know, they have barebow, they have Olympic recurve, and they have compound. And they do a variety of different shoots. And one of them is called the mixer, where you'll have one compound, one barebow, and one Olympic recurve shooting at the finals venue in Foley, Alabama. But all the college students are there, all from all the teams, and it is nonstop energy, cheering all the time. I mean, if you can execute in that arena, it is awesome. And I often look at that. I looked at it this year, saw the feed, and I was just like, man, if we could bring that to archery, it would be amazing. And one sport has done that. I mean, bowling for the last 15, 20 years has had that deal. I went to a live bowling event one time, and I was physically exhausted by the end of it, because when you come back from commercial break, when it's on television, they would have the crowd screaming and cheering and hollering. And then every time we were in a commercial break, we were all resting like, oh man, that was so hard. But you watch bowling, and they're like some of the most emotional crowd cheering and hooting and hollering, and it brings a lot to the sport. So, and you can
Alcohol
argue that
helps,
bowling,
but
yeah, it all helps.
Yeah.
Bowling isn't quite as exciting as shooting 50 meters and shooting
Shots
ducks.
for every 10.
so our video guy here at Hoyt came from a company up the road that makes bowling balls called Storm. So he knows a lot of that stuff. He knows Pete Weber, the whole shebang. So
It's
Pete
impressive.
Weber, if you don't know Pete Weber, look up Pete Weber bowling.
Yeah,
Prepare to
definitely look up Pete Weber bowling.
understand why bowling's hype. The other sport that's really cool to watch on TV in Europe is darts.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh,
That
God,
crowd,
yeah.
Yeah.
those
Insane.
crowds get going there.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have in Jersey, we have white collar darts. So you get like newbies just from like the officers, and they all just go in for a darts competition, and they all buy like tables. They all have like a massive meal, drinks. They watch the darts. Like they will dress up. It's insane. We're gonna have to do this for archery. Like, I don't know. Indoor,
Well,
have like big old feast.
I've heard a rumor that drinks help any sport. If you can get a sport where people can drink around it, I think it's a big help. I know here in the States with the NFL, at the end of the third quarter, man, they have to stop serving.
Yeah.
It gets a little rowdy.
Oh.
Recently, a really good friend of mine told me, as I head off to Europe to go shoot the indoor stuff, that in the Netherlands, the clubs quite entertaining, have some bars and things in them. So I'm looking forward to seeing and experiencing all that.
So these two have shot against each other quite a bit in finals matches.
Yeah. It's a rivalry.
Were they in the Pan American this year? Were they in the finals of the Pan American this year?
Good question. Alexis won, but yeah, I don't remember from top of my head.
Yeah. But they both have been number 1 in the world previously, so...
I don't think so, because Sarah, I believe Sarah was in the middle of like the construction on the new archery range, and they were pretty busy at the time, as I remember. You're talking about from November, right? Last year.
Was the Pan American November last year?
No, that was a Pan American Games, but you're referring to Pan American Championship year?
Championships.
Oh, championships.
Yeah. That was March or April.
Yeah, it was April. Alexis won. I just don't remember who she shot against in the final. I'll try to find that up.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been really fun watching Alexis Ruiz, because she was really on her way up the ladder, had accomplished so much, and then decided, I'm going to nursing school. And so the last couple of years she's been in school and graduated, and now does that, and then was able to get back up to the top of her game. It's been really impressive to watch.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Well, listen to this. Alexis Ruiz and Sarah Lopez, they shot the semifinal at the Pan American Championships earlier this year in April. They tied 148 each, and then they tied. They shot same distance from the center of the target, 210s, and then another shoot off. And Alexis Ruiz then shot a 10 closer to the center and went on to beat Daphne Quintero in the gold medal final.
Crazy.
Wow.
I wonder what the longest shoot off outdoor, 50-meter has been. 3 arrows, 4 arrows, 5 arrows, like.
I don't think it's ever gone more than 2,
probability of
has
it
it?
going longer than 2, yeah, it would be
I don't
insane.
know that it has.
Yeah.
So Steve, is that purple the color that Sarah's shooting? That bow?
Yes, that color is
Or
purple.
is it a different
Crystal.
shade of blue?
Congratulations.
Okay. Well, I couldn't tell if it was like a shade of blue or not.
Steve's walking in on something this big, right? Like.
Yeah, I've got a 1 inch by 3/4 inch rectangle, but it is purple.
Okay.
Oh, Crystal is missing her huge flat screen spaceship setup.
Yeah.
No, Crystal is dropping a subtle hint about how she likes the color purple.
No.
Oh, no, Crystal
Purple's
likes
not
blue.
my
It's
color.
like, I like that bow.
No. Steve
Crystal
knows
likes
I'm
blue and orange.
Yeah.
Blue and orange.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she loves the Denver Broncos. That's why.
No.
Bravo.
Huge Denver Bronco fan.
Nice pull, Steve.
Edmonton
really
Oilers.
Good.
She likes the
Yeah.
Edmonton
Nope.
Oilers.
Nope.
I know. I saw that earlier.
Hacky. Good old hockey. I went and shot up in Canada this year at the Canadian National Championships, and every single end, all they wanted to do was talk about hockey. Is
there any?
Well, it's the
any better
national sport, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. National sport with clubs everywhere. And the town we were
Even
shooting,
New
it was
England.
really nice little town called Fredericton, and they're like, we used to have a like a Division III team here. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Where's the maple syrup? Help me out. Bernardo, they all make it in their backyard, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People are
They do
handing
here.
me bottles of
You're
maple
kidding
syrup.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
No, they
I
do
mean, they
here.
just boil it.
Yeah.
Like it's
What?
My,
You just have
my
like a
neighbors
maple
all do.
syrup tree?
It's a maple tree.
So like a tree and you just...
You
Yeah.
tap it. Yeah.
you tap it,
But you need
and
a
then
ton of it for just a little bit. Like,
like
a
40
ton
gallons
of
makes like
tap.
1 gallon or something like that after you boil
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they don't add
oh you
anything
have to boil.
it. No
Oh,
sugar.
see, I don't know. You have to boil it? I thought you just like
Yeah.
your head underneath
you-
and start drinking.
No. You have to prepare it in some way. But when I'm talking about where I was,
Oh.
they're like, hey, I don't drink, like for no good reason. I just don't drink. And they were like, hey, we have maple syrup beer and maple syrup bacon and maple syrup chocolate. And I was just like, what are you guys talking about?
Come
But yeah, they love
on.
it. It is the maple leaf, Alexa's struggling right now. Now dropped 4 points so far. Sarah finally dropped 1 point outright, but still able to hang on at 89 with 6 arrows to go.
This will be her 9th win. Is that right? If she wins the whole thing?
Ninth.
1-8.
Yeah.
Not
Mind
consecutively, right?
No,
No,
because
no.
she was
Consecutive.
injured.
No, yeah.
She was injured in
Right.
2016. Otherwise, it would have been. So she had to pull out of finals that year. Yeah.
Come
Or
on. That's crazy.
Yep.
9th.
I didn't realize
nonetheless.
that was the only scenario.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
insane.
Because it was literally like a week before, and there was just no way she couldn't shoot. So that's when Dahlia Crook got the call up from the
Oh,
U.S.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
Well, now just a
And
moment
who
ago,
won?
you were saying. Oh, sorry.
Marcella
Oh,
Tonioli.
I think so. Yeah, I was third.
No.
Who was second? She was. Tonioli was either first or second. I think Sarah Sonicson was the other on the
yeah.
podium.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy.
Steve, do you know how long Sarah Lopez has had that bow in her hands?
Maybe about 20 days, maybe.
Wow. I know, Bernardo, we talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah.
like if you're not a compound shooter, it's a lot to risk, isn't it? For a bow you've only had for 20
Yeah,
days, you're going to...
I can't
You know,
I
these
can't
World
wrap
Cup
my head
finals.
around this. I can't.
The first one when I first sent it, the first shipment I sent to her was just the bow with the CDM mod, and then when I got a set of the spec mods in her draw length, I sent her those, which was like a week. She probably got them a week ago, maybe less.
Mm.
So
And you think
that
that
changes it a
the
little
spec
bit
mod
too.
is the one she's shooting?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think she
Yeah.
would be. Sarah is what all archers should aspire to be. She sets the bow up. She has good people helping her, and then she just shoots. She doesn't think too much. Like, she's very adaptable and
Yep.
malleable. A lot of people want to continue to chase equipment. It's like, get a good, solid shooting bow, and then get good with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good advice.
Like 90% of the time, it's going to be your fault, not the bow's fault.
More often than that. Yeah, like nearly 100%.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like 99% or 100?
90%.
I have like
yeah.
one
It's
shot in
always
my
my
life.
fault.
I have one shot in my competition life that I'm like, I don't know what happened there. One time. So
But like the
outdoors, it'll
feeling-
seem more frequent, but there's wind and other factors involved, and that's what's usually doing it. But yeah, indoors, I've made a shot once that I was like, I don't know what happened there, and I thought it should have went in. It did not. So yeah, one time. But I generally have pretty good shooting bows. So
No, the feeling I have is that in compound archery, people tend to blame the equipment more than in recurve. And don't get me wrong, like I've seen so
Yes,
many people in recurve
they do.
archery that they
no,
say
you're
like,
right.
yeah, they blame the equipment way too often.
do.
But I get a feeling that in compound it's even more.
Yes.
Yeah, but
You'd be right.
I mean, what? They blame their equipment, but surely it's them that's not shooting right.
But
Yeah,
some people
and-
just won't understand this.
Yeah, they want to chase
that was
something
nice.
else or find it, but they're unwilling to address their crippling target panic.
Right. We don't talk about target panic on the show. I think you may have missed that.
Oh,
Lucy sang us a song.
I did.
Yeah, we got a
Oh,
copyright
yeah.
strike, and the whole thing got taken down.
Well,
off
Lucy, you
YouTube.
had we haven't talked about this, but Lucy, you had a big Christmas hit last year, right? It went on BBC and everything.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, I think I've got I think I've got ADHD, and basically my brain is like constantly going. And I went up. There's a
You guys didn't know about Christmas,
right.
1, 2, 3?
I have a Christmas song.
No.
Yeah, it's called Christmas Christmas. It's like for it's like basically for 5-year-olds. It's very simple because it came from my brain. So yeah, you can stream it on all streaming platforms. It was with a big producer. He's from South Africa. He lives in Jersey. And I was like, hey, I have a Christmas song. He was like, okay. So stupid.
awesome.
I love it.
Sarah
so yeah.
Lopez ends up winning the match, and so she advances. And I do want to make a quick comment that Eric Bennett, who is from the United States, was in her coaching box, and he's a Paralympian. He was a Paralympian in 08 and 12 and 16 in 2020 and in 2024. And I think he's like stepping away from archery. At least he's been shooting on and off compound recurve, that type stuff. And he told me that he's coming to my class, the Masters 50 plus class, to compete in 2025 for USA Archery. So it was good to see Eric in the coach's box. He's a super guy, really good guy.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. 1 second. Hold on.
Off compound.
I want to see if this will come through.
That type stuff. And he told
Remain
me.
calm.
Christmas, Christmas, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Thank you
Please
for this,
download
Steve.
It's by
That's
my
your,
alias Lucy Holly.
that's your preview.
Wow.
Hey, it's a good song.
Thank you.
Snoop
I'm
Doggy
not,
Lucy.
I'm not bringing it up to dog you. Like, it was cool. You did it, and it's a good song. Congratulations.
Well, and the good news,
Thank you so
Lucy, is that in the Anderson household, you have a brand new built-in audience.
Right. This is the audience. The children. The children is the audience.
I'll play it for her this Christmas. She'll be a huge fan.
Oh my god, that was so cute. Thank you.
Now,
Thank
what
you.
a shift this was! Like Eric Bennett, historic Paralympian,
Yeah, that was-
retiring. All of a sudden, Christmas.
Zero
Christmas
segue.
Yeah,
Welcome to
I
the
obviously
World
didn't
Archery
hear the Eric
Watchalong
Bennett part.
party.
Available on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Plug.
Hey, by the way, we are watching an archery tournament happen from Tlaxcala in Mexico. It's on Archery Plus. Archery.tv is where you go sign up for it, by the way, if you want to go check it out, watch it along with us as we enjoy it. You can scan the QR code, too, if you have another device. As now it looks like we're all set for the matches that we have moving forward, meaning that we are going to see Andrea Becerra from Mexico against Sarah Lopez from Colombia, as they will shoot in a couple matches from now to decide who gets into the gold medal match. And then the loser of that round will go into the bronze medal match. But now we have Daphne Quintero and we have Ella Gibson coming up on deck here. Two amazing shooters as well.
The crowd have faces of their archers cut out. I love this. They're like waving.
That was
Nice.
huge at
They're
the
waving.
Olympics, and I don't
That's so
get
cute.
it.
At
You're
the
in
Olympics,
the
it was amazing.
What?
Telling you.
It's the action figures. That's what we need.
The action figures. That's the word I was been looking for. Archery action figures. Although
Okay, that's better than stuffed animals. I thought you wanted stuffed animals.
no, what? No,
That's why I was saying no.
you and I are not on the same page at all. No, action figures. Although, can you call them action figures in archery? That's kind of a weird bit.
Yeah.
Figures. Well, they're action.
Well, like Can you get like I don't know? Can you get like action figures from like NFL players or something, or like basketball guys, or
Yeah, some.
yeah,
Yeah,
Bobbleheads.
I had some back in the day.
bobbleheads?
Mhm.
Right, Hoyt, get on it.
Bobbleheads
Bobbleheads
Lucy,
of archers.
the views on your song are about to explode.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Please.
Oh, God.
Has anyone checked the YouTube comments lately?
No.
I haven't, but I have to imagine just by not looking at them that somebody's asking Lucy to sing it. I mean, in real time right now. Just belt it.
No.
No. We need auto tune, guys. We need serious auto tune.
No, I'm taking advantage of the people who are looking where to actually see this. First, subscribe to Archery Plus, and you'll be able to watch this action. Second, I shared the link to Lucy's Christmas song so that people who are
inside
looking
the comments now. Sweet.
Christmas.
people
is
who are
coming
looking
up.
for where to watch the archery, they might post that. They might copy and paste that, and then boom, Lucy's view count through the roof.
Oh,
I hope
thank
it's
you so
available on
much.
Pandora so I can loop it right into my Christmas loops.
There you go.
Yeah, you thought you were
There you
flying
go.
under the radar as a holiday hit, but not with me.
What was that movie? Was it Love Actually, where they had that thread in the movie where that old dude had is he gonna have the Christmas hit against the fabulous
Oh my God!
boy band?
Yeah. Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Bill Nye. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Will and Archer have the Christmas #1.
That's right. There you go.
We're
Dude,
just
how about
making
Daphne
archery.
just loading up with
That was
3
a
X's
great
out of the
group.
gate?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ella.
Well, she knows she has to against Ella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Facing world number 1.
Like seriously,
Yeah, she's-
I've said this before. Shooting against her, like we'll literally be like one target down from her, and she's getting world record scores, and we're all like dropping points all the time. And it's like, well, are we on the same field? Are we literally shooting? It honestly, it's insane.
I had the same feeling shooting the World Cup in Turkey last year. Brady Allison was shooting right in front of me. And I had a feeling he didn't even look at the flags or the windsock. It was fairly windy, and I got a feeling he was kind of like, he doesn't even care. He would just lift the bow, shoot his arrow, like at a moment where I would be waiting, kind of, trying to wait for a good moment, a little break in the wind. Crazy.
Yeah.
The only thing I can compare that to was that story from earlier when I was saying I was in Vegas and I was on the final day on Sunday on the women Olympic recurve, #1 bail, right? The top 3, and I was the 4th person. And I mean, I was like, dude, you cannot shoot like a donkey. You've got to shoot like a 300 because Casey Caulfield was just shredding in the middle. And I think I had like the first 6 ends, it was just nothing but 10s. And on the 7th end, I threw one. And I mean, it was the longest walk down to the bail. I was like, oh no. And she just looked at me and she goes, nice shot. And I was like, crushed it. Crushed me. I'm not going to tell you how I finished because it wasn't good.
I love Linda's stickers, and it's like 299 Club.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, thank you, Linda Ochoa.
Linda has the best
Bringing that
stickers.
into my life.
I don't know if you heard this,
Has
Lucy, but
stickers
she
like
got married.
Bursting on the
So
bus.
it's Ochoa-Anderson now. Just in case you didn't
sorry.
hear. Yeah.
I knew her
No.
from before.
As we say in the field, she's all buttoned up. Know what I mean?
Ochoa Anderson. I'm so sorry, Big Cat.
Lucy forgot about us people when she made it big time on BBC with her Christmas hit, Christmas by Lucy Hall.
We're all little people now. Yeah. It's the old I knew
I'm
you
just
when.
showing my age. I'm just showing my age because I knew Linda pre a marriage, which was wait, how long have you guys been married?
I know.
Greg, your camera's all messed up.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Coming up on 10 years.
10
This thing
years
has
you
like,
guys been
crazy.
married.
watch this. Ready?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
this has gestures, so I got to turn the gestures off. There we go.
That
It's
8
kind of a
is
cool camera. It's like you
not,
can do
not
things.
good.
Certain gestures will allow you to follow it or go different places
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
So if you're
yeah.
using it for some, but
wait. We just need
Use
to
those
talk
for
about
more.
Ella's. Like, that is so unusual for Ella.
Yeah. Well,
That's
They're
not.
at
her
high
10,
8.
yeah. Her 10, she really
Should've-
looked like she struggled on, but shot a 10, so I don't know what's going on.
I think she thought it was going to be a 9, and it went like high. Yeah, that's her coach, Notty. He's watching. He's like,
I mean, the shot looked good. Like it looked like it broke good. So it's almost like it went off too fast, and she was just aiming high.
Yeah.
Like she didn't have a bobble,
Yeah.
like like a dip bang
Right,
type thing
right.
or anything.
Yeah. That's quite tough to come back from.
Yeah.
But this is archery. Anything can happen.
Maybe there was a heckler. You never see a heckler in diving.
Oh.
Name that movie. Give
We
you a
need
dollar.
more hecklers
What do you mean?
in archery.
We do.
Yeah.
Maybe not hecklers. We don't need to bring hate and negativity, but we need more energy. That's for sure.
Yeah, energy for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The junior cups
That-
are pretty good. Like, they used to be, you'd lose your voice by the end of the week. Like, the coaches would make us scream for our teammates.
Yeah. Ooh.
So they just
What,
need
did that
just
more.
go
I think
eight
the
low?
energy of the
Yeah. And you can't say it's a
So
bad
I'm
arrow
like,
because
I
she's
wonder what's going
shooting
on.
alternating arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you get nerves, you fight the low hold, so then you can miss them running them up high with some, you're putting some pressure into the bow and
She's shaking a lot.
shot breaks.
She's holding.
Yeah,
she's
you're on the
long
move and the shot
company.
breaks and it throws it high.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing
Mhm.
that's the scenario.
Yeah. By the way, I just got a text message from Logan Wild, and he guessed where that quote was from. Back to school. So now I owe him $1, and none of you people should be ashamed of yourself.
Hi,
I didn't hear what
Logan.
you said.
Oh, that's typical.
Steve never pays attention.
I was
The
looking
quote-
up
the-
Dutch
I-
dart
you did hear what I
players
said.
'cause-
What I said was that there should be more hecklers and divers. Or diving. You don't see hecklers and diving. That was from Back to School when he takes out the mirror and starts to shine the light in some dude's eyes before he jumped.
Yeah,
diving.
that one went right by me. I've never seen it,
Mhm.
so
I haven't either.
feels like I got.
Yeah.
It feels like I need to watch that, and the rest of you needs to watch Christmas by Lucy Hawley on YouTube.
No way.
You're really-
Please tell me that there's a video. Is it just a song, or
I'm
is
not
there?
paying him, guys. I am not paying him to promote this. I'm just he's just thrown it out there.
Is there a music video that goes along with this song?
No, I was thinking about it all year, and then I was
Oh,
like,
don't think about it any
I don't
longer.
know
Just
who-
go for it. just go for it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know how to produce a music video, guys.
I'll produce it.
Hire
Oh,
someone.
don't encourage him.
Sorry.
Do not
I'll
encourage
do it for
this.
free, and I'll do it from the U.S. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
We'll do it over Zoom.
Oh wow. 88-84.
So
Ella
4
Gibson
points.
trails 5-4.
Whew.
Ah,
Did not expect
6
this.
arrows
Oh,
of shooting
another
to go.
high
and she
arrow for
launches
Ella.
that one high.
Yeah.
Very weird match.
Yeah.
Do we think she's
Daphne's
nervous?
pretty comfortable.
No, she doesn't get
Mhm.
nervous.
I think she's nervous.
She looks nervous.
I think-
I really.
I think everybody gets nervous, and then you get uncomfortable, and you start second guessing stuff, and then you're chasing yourself the whole way. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, people who say they're not nervous, there's always some level of it.
Mhm.
Always.
Whoa.
Ooh. Oh, Daphne's got an
Oh,
8.
there's an 8 from Daphne.
Okay, well, she's laughing about it.
She's grimacing
Maybe it's
about
just
it.
really windy.
She's got a good buffer.
Maybe it's just really windy and we can't tell.
Yeah, I think she's
Yeah.
fine.
But the problem, Bernardo, is like if she does that again, which she didn't,
There.
that buffer
Yeah.
goes down to
You want
slim.
I think she
Yeah.
knew. I think she knew it was a bad shot, and that's why she laughed it off. It was
Mm.
fine.
Yeah, it's a 3-point buffer is in your brain. It's always like, well, I better hit a 10 or 2 here on this last end. You know, you can't slip. Just as I always say to people, like, it's not hard to hit a 10, but it's really easy to shoot a 9. So you can easily string together 3 9s, and someone else can put together 3 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so true.
Tell that to my practice self.
I'm and compound is so
Wait,
hard.
you've been
especially with the
practicing?
men, they're just going perfect.
I got 200 arrows through my new bow already. The one I got
In
yesterday.
how many days?
Oh.
One day. I mean, day and a
And
half.
how many arrows
almost.
did you shoot before that in the last month?
11-ish. I don't know.
So you've gone from 11 arrows to 200.
Yeah.
In the
'Cause
last
again, he
last
listens
month.
to his coach.
Are
Motivation
your muscles
problem.
All
hurting
right.
you right now?
Oh, my back is killing me right now.
Right.
That's how I know I'm doing it right.
Overload. We need to discuss
Yeah.
this.
Here's the problem, okay? And every archer out there
Okay,
is watching.
there's the
knows
9.
it. Yep, there's the 9. If you get a bow that
See,
you really
Ella
love to
keeps
shoot,
putting pressure on it.
you don't want to put it down. Yep. Ooh.
There's
Just
another
don't
10.
I think it's in. I think it's in.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me
it's
too.
a
I think
10.
it's in.
It's good. If Daphne
Daphne
shoots a
needs to
10
get-
here, it's just going to
She
make
needs
life
a
a lot
10
easier on
here.
herself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 9.
Oh, you jinxed it.
See?
You have to assume, though. You have to
See,
assume it's
Steve?
133 to
Steve?
134. Ella's going to nail this one. Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
10.
Ella,
See,
good
now
10.
she needs a 10 to win.
X-ring.
Things change
Yep.
She's
quickly.
back.
Yep.
Yep.
The whole crowd.
Ten.
Ella
Everything's
gets
Everything
weighted
through.
your
She gets
shoulders.
a gift here.
Bingo!
There it
Oh,
is.
I mean, I was
Gonna
really
say,
rooting
man,
for-
if-
I'm rooting for my Brit.
if Ella
That's a
could have
smile
got
of
through that
relief.
match with a win,
For the 143.
she's playing with house money.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
100%. 100% house money. Well, honestly, do you think the rest of the bracket, bit of a sigh of relief that Ella's out now? I mean, I hate to say that.
I think
but,
so. Think so.
Yeah.
It's funny that I had a feeling that Ella looked more nervous than Daphne, but well, she must be feeling relieved because I think the moment you learn that your first match is up against Ella Gibson, you got to be thinking like, oh man,
Yeah.
it's got to be a hard one.
Well,
But she just
one.
cleared this huge hurdle, and hats off to her. 2 Mexicans through.
It's amazing. And think about the way they
Yeah.
do it too, Bernardo. Here you are, you have a live feed on YouTube, you have a stage, they're pulling names out of the hat, right? Like you take the number 1, you put them on this side of the bracket, the number 2 on that side of the bracket, that somebody's pulling a name out, and Daphne gets Ella Gibson, and you're like, oh, come on, really? I mean, the problem is it's such a stacked bracket that, you could feel like that for anyone, but you're like, really? I got to go up against the number 1 right now? And so that
Yeah,
tension
like
has
world
probably been
record
there
holder.
for 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
World record holder, and yeah, so it's quite an
Like,
accomplishment.
is there a record that she hasn't not got yet? She's done so incredibly well.
Yeah, and now the women's record is the same as the men's. Is that so, or no? I'm messing things up.
Yeah, and that's
No, you're
Ella,
right.
Yeah,
718.
it's
right?
actually
Yep,
it's
718.
actually higher. So here's how it breaks down. Braden has the world record. I think he shot like 32 X's or something. 718 with 32. I'm 99% sure Ella's is a 718 with 44.
But
Mike shot a
has-
718 with 44, but
Yeah.
it wasn't the world
Uh-huh.
record
He doesn't.
because
right.
he needed a 719
don't
to set
count.
it. So,
X's
Yeah.
don't count, right?
Okay,
but
that's
Ella
crazy.
has shot the highest score ever shot. So
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Mine
her
is
and
like-
Mike.
But it
Wow.
just shows you
Yeah,
how
so for her
difficult
to-
it is.
How to go.
How difficult it is week in and week out to stay on top in archery. You can have a day like she
Yeah.
just had.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
also
yeah.
goes
Yeah.
to show you how good Mike Schlusser really is. I mean, 1,200 something days at number one. It's crazy.
But then Ella's had how many days at world number one? Like she's had
Bernardo, I wouldn't even know how to find that
a year-
information
over a
on.
year.
I can
Maybe
try
a
to
year,
ask
yeah.
some people.
Yeah, because Sarah had it for a long
Like
time.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool thing to have on World Archery's website, just to have like all the world number ones and just have a day counter for each, all four of them.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
But in the background,
The,
like kind of like an Instagram thing, we could have Lucy's song playing in the background because it's a countdown. 1,
Yes.
2, 3. See, it's all about producing.
So
Lucy.
I've got Lucy's. I don't. Just as a way to help, I've got Lucy's song playing in the background on my computer on repeat. So, you know,
All the way through to
Gotta send-
December.
trying to
Gotta end
get.
up
Well,
in
I
rotation on the old iPhone.
just
All
trying
right.
to help your YouTube viewers.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just
All right, so now we have Mary Marita Paz against Jyoti Venom. I had a chat with Paz yesterday, via text messaging, and she had, at the beginning of the season, she had a pretty severe shoulder injury, and she was able to work through it.
Yeah.
However, it reared its ugly head a couple days ago, and 2 days ago she wasn't even able to pull the bow back, and there's been a bunch of physio, like the trainers and stuff there, electro stuff, and a bunch of things that she was telling me that they've really, you can kind of see the tape on her arm too, on her shoulder, coming off of her shoulder on the feet.
Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
she's a bit on the struggle bus right now. So we didn't really talk about her expectation for this match, but definitely you can see it in the text messages that she's concerned about what's happening today. But out of the gate, 29-30, I think is the score right there. It's hard though, because when you go up against Venom, you got to be 100%.
Yeah. And
Well, just
what's funny
energy,
is Venom
it's like-
looked just like Jimmy
anytime
shaking her
more.
head.
Oh, because she didn't shoot
3
next.
times. Yep.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Like, ah. Get me on a flight out of here. This is insane.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yep.
How dare I shoot a 30?
I think also that Paz has had an equipment change. I think she's shooting the PSE Dominator X, and it's a longer axle-to-axle bow than she's used to shooting with. And she had mentioned to me that she's getting used to the newer bow in terms of the axle-to-axle, and that she's been struggling a bit with it as well.
Jyotti's on the. Is she on the new bow? Is she on the new Hoyt?
I didn't see it.
No, no, hers was never made it out of customs. So
That's all right. She's pretty amazing with the Stratos anyway. Ooh, like that shot.
Yeah. That's the shoot off arrow.
100%. It's like, hey, don't waste that one, just in case you need it.
And
Well, you can
Greg,
see
what you were
Paz-
saying about. Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to ask. Do you think she's in pain every time she's shooting? Because she's.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's tough.
was it her bow arm or draw arm?
Draw arm.
Draw.
Looks like a draw.
Yeah.
You can see the tape.
Yeah, I'd say like the bow arm for me is usually the one that takes it the worst on the shot and on the follow through, and you're catching a 10-pound bow, but yeah, obviously you got to get it back too, and if it's hurting on the draw arm, that's no good.
Well, like I think what Bernardo saw was the last thing I saw too, Steve. On that last shot she had, her actual, like you can see it shaking, which we normally don't see with her. It's just kind of like, it looks just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But you're not going to miss
It's-
up a World Cup final opportunity.
No.
Like, if you think like you just do your 15 arrows, 15 arrows, 15 arrows, just get through tape up, and then try and
Really
fix
though,
it when you
Estonia
get
is
home.
another country, right? Estonia is another country that's really come on as of late. The last couple of years, they really started to get a good program
Yeah.
together. I don't think that program is well funded by Estonia. You know, they do some fundraising things themselves to help the program
Yeah.
along. I know they've had a calendar, you know, each around, you know, the new year, each time that people can buy it helps to fund the program. But they're really starting to crank out some really talented archers.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good with their marketing as well. Like those girls, they're amazing.
Mhm.
Like just following them on Instagram, Estonian Archery. Follow them on Instagram. Like, yeah, it's amazing.
To me, it's so interesting the release that Venom uses. It's a hinge release. Do I have one here? No, it's not here, but it's a hinge release that, yeah, it is here. So it's this release. And what's interesting is that there's a safety mechanism that's on the edge here. And you can see that she activates the safety mechanism in order to, so she draws it back with the safety mechanism on and then lets it go and then pulls through it. I don't know anybody else who actually at this level uses a device like this, uses a hinge release with a safety mechanism other than her. And from what I understand, it's something that she came to the States and worked with Rio Wild number of years ago. And he kind of put this release in her hand to teach her how to shoot a hinge. And she just fell into it and loved it ever since.
Yeah, the first release I shot was like that. And I shot it for the first year. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's neat. I mean, luckily for
Until
me,
you go to let down, that was the problem.
Oh, because then you would have to try to figure out how to reactivate it. Like this.
Yeah,
you
there was
put it
just
back on
sometimes it
and-
didn't. Yeah, it would have some issues sometimes. The one that I shot. It's a good way to learn for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. You just gotta
So
put
I've
safer
got the
drawing up, like, that
info.
you're not gonna punch yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Info.
Bernardo.
Yeah, I just asked, and the info I got is that Sarah Lopez was leading the world ranking for 1,445 days, non-consecutive, and Ella has been at the top of the world ranking for 820 days now, 821 days now. So,
In a row.
yeah.
Was that a
Since
consecutive
July
number?
18th.
Mm-hmm.
Since
Nice.
July 18th, 2022.
And the thing she has going for her is she does, just like Mike, she does field and indoor. So that's going to help her stay up there for longer.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
So wait, Crystal, you're telling me when I shoot World Archery Indoor in Luxembourg, the second round, and there's not a 50-plus class, I have to shoot with regular people like Steve,
Yep.
that I will all of a sudden be in the world rankings?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
See, it didn't used to be that way because indoor didn't used to count. We had our own rankings for indoor season only. It wasn't part of the
Yeah.
outdoor rankings.
Sweet.
They've changed
Maybe I
that
Yes,
to
can
where
watch.
now field matters
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah, I don't know if it was to try to encourage indoor and field participation by some of the countries that historically have not, or what, but be cool to see a Kim Woo Jin more indoors,
Mm-hmm.
that type of archer.
Or does he
Yeah.
do field?
No.
No. Well, and like this year,
No.
field was right
Cool
after
would
the
be if he
Olympics,
did
so
field.
you had. It's hard for the recurve side to do because every other field is the same as an Olympic year. So
I've heard Kim Woo Jin is never he's never closer or further than 70 meters away from a 122 centimeter target. So wherever he goes, they keep one nearby.
They just have somebody
Always
running around
follow
with a target in
him.
front of them, huh?
Mm,
Yeah, they never let him get to an 18-meter one. He's never been there. So,
Too close. Too close for you, sir.
yeah.
You know what? It's just kind of some people, Steve, just have one hit. that just makes him big and one hit wonder they call it, and maybe that's him. 70 meters, one hit. Lucy,
I
what do
am-
you think about that?
Well, like the Olympics. Like, are you kidding me? The Olympics.
I mean, it's still
That's
70
quite a
meter.
big
I'm
one
just
hit.
saying. I'm just saying. You know about one hit wonders, right? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Come on, I'm the
Bernardo
only
got
one who
it.
got
Thank
this
you,
the first
Bernardo. I
time. Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you. Yeah, you got it early.
I had
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I had stopped thinking about Christmas for a second, so
No, don't worry,
Sorry,
folks. I'll be at
I'm
the
watching.
Laugh Factor
I'm watching
Wednesday.
archery.
that was
These
a
girls
joke.
are really
I
good
really
at
appreciate
archery.
that one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Bernardo, I'm going to bring you a Snicker
we
bar
can't
from the
compare.
United States of America. All right, just because you laughed at that joke early. High quality chocolate.
Yeah. Okay.
do you like?
I like it. Yeah, I quite like it.
Okay, all right.
Matching each other.
Yeah,
So
inside.
hold on. At the moment, Pass is winning.
Yeah,
Yes, by 2.
absolutely.
Correct.
So if he just keeps this like
9
left
to
and
win.
low. Yeah, 9 to win. This will be a huge
Even
win.
though she's in serious pain,
Look at her arm shaking.
this is a big upset.
Wow.
Yeah, she did
And
it.
she's done it. And she's done it.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's got a lot of emotion right now. That's a big win.
That's got to mean so much.
Oh, she's choked up for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It's a long way to
And
travel
beating
to think
someone-
you don't have.
I mean
chance,
that's it.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
beating
Yeah.
someone of Venom's caliber is
Yeah. That's a big
Huge.
win.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh wow. Because obviously, Venom she was number 2, wasn't she? She ranked number 2 for these or number 1?
She should have
Like,
been
coming into
2.
the
1 or
finals.
2. Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah,
In
she
the
was 2.
brackets, yeah.
Sarah was actually number 1, and she was number 2.
Yeah. So they put them at opposite sides, and everyone else gets their little pick of the hat. They get put. You know, I wouldn't want to come up against Venom or Lopez. Or any of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is, who would you rather shoot against? Becerra, Roner, Ruiz, Lopez, Quintero, Gibson,
None of them.
Haas, or Venom?
Yeah,
You can choose. Like,
Just
wait,
be
no.
asking, did any of you have bad tacos last night? That's who I want to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put me against that guy.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's insane. That's a big upset. So
And we never
2
did finish the story about
Mexicans.
Paige Pierce shooting in a diaper. The postscript to that is that it was a team round and they won gold. She won gold in an adult. What do they call those things? An adult diaper? Or something?
She's
Depends.
amazing. She's amazing. She won her 3rd.
I should have got the credit for
Well,
buying
feels-
them. I mean,
That is true. That was a nice move. Yeah. She won her 3rd? No, her 4th? You're
third.
talking about field, Lucy? Her 3rd field? Yeah.
Third world field,
World-
yeah,
World title?
Yeah.
in a row.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
And if you listen to Paige Pierce explain how she can shoot different distances, it'll blow your head completely up. She doesn't.
No, you know what will blow? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think it was her first win, the one in Italy. I think it was Italy. Yeah, she was cutting her arrows with a knife, just a random pocket knife and a lighter. After day 1 in field, anybody who shot field understands the importance of your sight tape, your bow set, like the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And Paige is there, just hacks on away and goes and wins it. That's Paige.
I remember standing in a group of people one time a couple years ago, and Jesse Broadwater was in the group. And Steve can attest to this. Jesse's pretty much I don't know how you would explain it, a very direct thinker. All right. kind of a logical thinker, and Paige was trying to explain to all of us how she sets her sight and aims off the target and how low and this and I remember Jesse just shaking his head and just
Jesse
leaving.
just goes like this.
He just
Yeah.
couldn't. And I was just sitting there
You
with
don't
my
need
mouth
to
open
hear
going,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should never share that with anybody. It's gonna. Yeah, there's a generation of archers will hear that and it'll be ruined.
Ruined. Yeah. Well, hey, she's worked on it over the years. I know that she's gone, gotten some coaching and stuff, but who knows? All right. So,
Semi-finals.
good news though. Good news for Paz is that at least she's got a minute to recover and relax for the next match.
Yeah.
So we're at Becerra Lopez to decide. The winner decides who goes to the gold and who goes to the bronze. And then we'll have Quintero and Paz in the same situation in the next match. Same deal. We're at cumulative scoring, 15 arrows. Highest score advances. Lower score is going to go to the bronze medal match. If we tie at the end of 15 arrows, we go closest arrow to the center wins it all. If it's undetermined who's closest to the center, we'll go to another arrow after that. We're getting down to it.
And how many shoot-offs we had in the first session? Like 2 or 3, and
Two,
none so far.
Two, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two.
Dos.
Dos desempates.
Easy. I just literally went my extent of Spanish at dos. The rest of it you lost. Right, Steve? Yeah, forget it.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
Wait, did Chris Webber arrive?
Webster.
Webster, yeah.
Webster, sorry.
No, this is
Chris
it's a
Webber
good
was a professional basketball player, so
He sure
Oh,
was.
there you go.
He
I
was.
got confused.
Yeah.
They're both tall.
He was
Yeah.
a stud, too.
Lopez looks so calm today. Like last year, I felt
because
that she
she's
was
already
nervous,
won
whereas
8
this year
times.
Oh, yeah.
She's not calm. She's bored.
Are you saying, Steve, she showed up and went, meh?
Yeah.
Been here,
But
done
last
that.
year, it felt like there was so much pressure last year. Like there was like a full like world archery. Were like, will she? Won't she? Like, oh my god, 8 times. Like, and then, but this year she just seems like, yeah, calm. New bow, whatever, calm.
Mm-hmm.
It's that new
Shot this
bow.
bow for
It just
20
calms
days.
you. It calms you right down.
Oh.
Ah,
Ah, what's he
Speaking
got?
of Lucy, when are we gonna get to see this?
Should we see what color it is?
That's what
Oh,
I
you've
want to
got
see.
white.
That's the important
Oh,
part.
Stunning white. Stunning in white.
yeah.
Tag still on the bow.
Oh yeah, I'm never taking it off. If it falls off, it falls. Steve, I'm gonna need a new rubber band if this thing falls off. Okay. Oh, you can't see it.
Okay.
I shoot with the tag on.
What color?
And you want to know why I
What
shoot
color
with the
should
tag
I
on?
receive?
Ooh, 10-10. The reason I shoot with the tag. See, Lucy, you got a hat. Now you can join us. Oh, it's the big
Inside the
unboxing.
box, you have a hat. Oh yeah.
Yep.
You American? What? American? Are you born and they just give you a hat?
Nice 10. It's a great marketing strategy to give everybody a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Because
You
you're gonna
know
wear
what's
it.
crazy is we go to Nîmes every year, and a lot of those years we've given away like 300, 400 hats, and then you go the next year and you never see them. Like these people harbor these hats and they have a collection, a shrine, but they never actually wear it.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
All right, so Becerra throws a 9, so we're all tied up.
All tied up. Yeah.
And Lucy, right in the middle of her reveal, her internet decides.
It's frozen. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know the color.
The color.
suspense.
Her server's crashing. Too many people are downloading Christmas by Lucy Hawley.
Good callback, Steve. Good callback. Luckily for us, we have somebody on the panel who does know the color. So anybody out there who's dying to know what color bow she got, I know the guy who knows what color it is. Maybe, if he remembers.
I think it's Skeeter.
Is that the shiny thingy? The shiny
What is
color?
that?
Is that
Skeeter's
what they call it?
it's a, I call it a metallic charcoal base with an oil slick metallic flake.
Dude, that is
Oh.
really good looking. Hey, Lucy's back. Did you pull your bow out and show us
Lucy's
because
back.
you were frozen the whole time?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
She froze it
59-59. Lopez with an X.
again.
Oh boy, just give it up. And they call it Skeeter, Steve? That's the color?
Skeeter.
designation?
Skeeter. Yeah.
Yo, bro, I'm from the South. I probably wouldn't have picked that one.
You aren't really from the South.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I live
you
in the
can't-
South.
Because
You're
if
You
you
can't say you're
were-
from the same.
If you were, you would know what a skeeter is, and you would look at it and go, "Yep, looks like a skeeter." It's a bass boat.
That's what, Steve, that's what Southern
Yeah.
people call a mosquito here. Oh, dang.
That's
Skeeter
what they
just
call
bit
them in
me.
a lot of places.
Yeah.
But there's skeeter bass boats, and this is
Yeah.
kind of the color they have.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's been a good social media
And
post
we,
of people.
we actually worked with them to get approval for that name. So they were really cool. They're like,
Oh,
"Yeah, we
nice.
love it."
Oh, that's
They
awesome.
just wanted to. They actually want one to display. So
Cool.
All right, your internet's working, Lucy. Let's see it. Where are you at? We
I think
haven't
the
seen it
internet's working. Right, guys. It is
Third time's the
bubble
charm.
wrap time. Third time's the charm. I'm so sorry about my internet. Oh, she's so pretty.
yet. No, you got Skeeter.
Oh, god damn. This is the.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
Whoa, come
It's the
on.
kind of,
That is
metallic-y- It's black, but sparkly.
Yeah, no, and it shows
Oh.
up blue, it shows up green, like as you're moving it
Yeah.
around the
Yeah,
light.
that's cool.
Come
That is
on.
way-
How you
That's
do-
really
how have you
cool.
done this witchcraft, guys?
Yeah.
No, witchcraft is above
pretty.
Crystal's head right now. That is just Halloween freaky right now. Just as you say, what is this witchcraft? This cat just came right on the. I was like, oh boy, wants to hear the Christmas song. Ooh,
we got a
This-
2-point
This
lead
is
here.
really light.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I don't know. They're calling Becerra's a 10 right now. Oh, another liner
That's a
for
10.
Lopez. 10.
That's a 10.
Yep, that's easy one. Ooh,
She didn't love it.
right
She
at the
didn't
end of
love
that
it.
shot. That
Yeah. She's been making
that's
way
it.
too many of those shots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can't get Sarah, that's for
Ooh.
sure.
Ring around the rosy. Or 2, but still 30. 3 points
Yeah.
now with the final end to go.
Will Lopez make her 9th?
Well, the good news, Lucy, is that you can't find a single accessory that's going to match that bow color. That bow will be unique.
No,
on
every
its own.
accessory will match.
Everything matches. Everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, this guys, like, just look at it one more time. It's sparkly, but it's different colors, but it's black, but it's.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
ain't
cool.
quite enough.
Not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
And Steve's got a mod that's going to fit your draw length. Amazing.
Can I shoot 25?
Custom
Custom
mod.
Oh, right there.
No, this is a standard offering. Actually, that was mine right there.
Yeah,
It's a
standard,
standard
offering.
mod. I didn't have it for a little while. I've got it now. So coming your way, Lucy.
Do you want
Not
to
till
explain
Monday.
your new cams? Do you want to explain the new cams, Steve?
Not really. I
For the
spent
viewers?
like 3 months doing that. So there's plenty to read. Go to Hoyt.com.
Read the white paper.
Read the white paper. Yeah, read the white paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen. If you go look at the new
I wanna hear
bow
Steve
on
say
the
it.
page, you scroll down about 3/4 of the way or more, and there's a link to the white paper. It explains it all. It's really
Yeah.
it's
I
really
also
well
it's
done.
posted on our Facebook page, Hoyt Target
Hello.
Facebook page.
Oh,
The
okay.
Instagram. Sticky
Sarah's
as well.
railing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
in the
on.
groove.
Yeah, like watching her shot, I don't know that her shot looks good.
I was thinking the same
This
thing.
bow
Like,
is suiting her.
yeah,
Yeah.
strong bow arm. It just looks pure after
Yes.
the shot. Like, it's just good.
Mhm.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Did you like make this bow for her? Like, was she in mind? Her and Mike. Were you like,
Well, that's an interesting thing because they're very different shooters, right? Like
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier that we wouldn't have gotten rid of the SVX without like the nod of approval from some shooters. If you were to make an archer who fit the SVX cam perfectly, it would be Mike or Rio Wild. Those two. And both of those two are like, nope, this cam is this. We love it. Like they're good to go. So, Sarah has always shot generally our softer, less aggressive cam, although she shot the SVX or spiral cam as well. But she was typically, I mean, you know, she won the last World Cup final, I think, with the HBT cams, and the one before that or something like that, you know, most of them. But you can, the nice thing is it's got the high performance that people want, and you can make it feel the way you want at full draw. So without sacrificing performance. Like Lucy, your FX when you get it will be the fastest bow you've ever shot. I almost guarantee.
Even with the mod, I was looking at the cheat. Even with the mod, Lucy, that you get, it's still rated at 279 feet per second. That's fast for a
amazing.
25-inch draw. That's fast.
At her draw.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
there's three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her
that's
draw length,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for non-archers, that's so difficult to explain how fast your arrows go. So, like I've been trying to explain because like most of my gym clients and everything, they're not archers. So I'm trying to explain how fast these arrows go, and you're throwing out these numbers, but like, how do you compare that? To like
Somebody
200,
did something
300
with a
foot per
race
second, like, how do
with
you explain that?
the motorcycle, right? Greg, didn't Christine
that
and
was
Chad do
Christine
something with the
Harrelson.
motorcycle?
Christine Harrelson did that, and basically she had her husband with a Yamaha R6, which is like a middleweight sport bike, 600cc sport bike, and basically they were on a drag strip, and he was going full speed. So when he went by her, she released her arrow, and he was already at like full steam. I think already, you know, going 100 plus miles an hour, and he was still accelerating towards the target 50 meters away, and the arrow beat him to the target.
Him on the bike.
Him on the bike, yeah.
So that would be something you could use.
300 feet per second is about 205 miles per hour.
There you go.
So an F1 car down the straight at Silverstone is about 205 miles per hour. So it's as fast as an F1 car leaving the bow.
Yep. So,
but they don't turn. Arrows don't turn well. They don't do a good job.
No, they don't. They don't turn well.
Yeah.
Normally,
No,
like a tree or
not so
something,
much.
trying to get them to turn, and they don't make it out too well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm afraid this F1 comparison doesn't really please Greg. He's not a big fan, I'm afraid. Sadly.
No,
nobody's perfect.
exactly.
Nobody's perfect.
You know what I want to compare it to, Bernardo?
Yeah,
which is a
exactly. No
MotoGP
one's
bike.
perfect.
MotoGP
Yeah,
bikes are going
MotoGP. Yeah.
230 miles an hour,
Yeah,
300
yeah.
whatever it is, 360 kilometers per hour. I'm just saying at Mugello. They're a little faster on the top end than a Formula One car by design.
So,
What if I say this?
so
I'll
we're-
say it this way. arrows coming out of the bow are about the same speed as a Formula One car, but not quite as fast as a MotoGP bike.
Oh,
See, that makes you
bravo.
Yeah, it sounds
That
like music to Mr.
places the
White's
speed
ears.
hierarchy. Yeah.
hmm
10 to start. Here we go.
That's right, Steve. That is with
You guys were
authority
forgetting
right
we're
there.
here
To watch archery. Again, this is a
Yeah.
very emotional match for Mary Marita Paz. I mean, after that big win, to pull this one off to get to a gold medal match would be incredible.
Mhm.
She looks like she's feeling good now. Like maybe she got a little loosened up, shoulders doing all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10 here for Paz would also boost the confidence even more. Ooh,
Smoked it. What a group.
That's a nice
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
I mean, she had those first two up high. It looked like she took a click or two, and it's exactly, that's about a click or two movement on paper. So,
Mm-hmm.
holy cow.
Wow.
Lucy's making a lot of noise back there.
Yeah.
Sorry, did someone say something? I couldn't hear over the noise Lucy was making.
She texted me, internet was gone, then internet's back. We just got to teach her how to use a mute button. That's all.
Yeah.
The one thing you don't want to mute, folks,
She went outside.
is Lucy's Christmas song.
She went outside and fixed the internet.
Yeah. Some rabbit ears, little antenna action. By the way,
I gotta say,
welcome
Mexico's gonna
everybody
be
to
really.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Crystal. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Mexico's really gonna be hoping Daphne wins this. Otherwise, you got both Mexico and bronze, which is not what you want to see.
Yeah, that's a good point. Really good point.
That's a tough.
Obviously, Sarah Lopez with a close eye on the competition as well. But this is the World Cup watch along. It's World Cup finals, the last one of the 2024 season. If you are watching this and you're wondering what we're watching an archery match happen in Mexico right now, and you can check it out if you scan that QR code to the bottom right part of your screen. Archery Plus is where the action is. Also archery.tv if you're on your computer. You can get a subscription for the weekend or do it for the entire year, and you're going to get all these matches anytime you want to watch them. And Paz just puts one right in the X-ring. You're watching some great shooting right now. Daphne Quintero from Mexico in front of her home crowd. Mary Marita Paz from Estonia, who is shooting injured right now, putting on a great show, is in theory leading by 2 points. She's still got to put a 10 down there in order to take a 2-point lead. Oh, didn't like that one. Goes 9. So single point. Some great matches. The winner of this match is going to the gold medal match to shoot against Sarah Lopez, and Quintero sends the thing high 9.
I think she was glad that wasn't an 8.
Yeah.
Stacking them in.
Just clipped the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back to 2 points.
2.
And that is the normal look on my face when I'm practicing 50 meters. There you go. I think my teeth get a tan. I'm doing that so much when I'm shooting 50 meters. Like, Good times. Good times. And Bernardo, you too can experience the joy of compound archery.
Yeah, you're really making it sound like a lot of fun.
I'm bringing a bow. I'm definitely bringing a bow for you in 2 weeks. I got to figure out how to bring that with me.
Yeah, you got to.
Mm-hmm. It's like, do I bring my Xbox with me since I'm going to be 3 weeks in Europe and Xbox, or do I bring Bernardo a bow? I think I'm going to go with the bow.
The bow.
Much appreciated.
No more Xbox for you.
What?
You're getting cut off.
the new title of Call of Duty's dropping pretty soon. I got to go get
You're
crushed
too
by.
you're too old. Nope, you're too
Nah.
old. You've timed
Oh
out.
man.
Well,
was
while
playing the
you're
other
here in
day-
Switzerland, I have a Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch. So while you're here, there's that. That's what I can offer.
Just sit me off in a corner with an iPad and a Switch. Here, Greg, just try it over there. Good strategy. 10-10, start off. 2-point advantage for Pass. Ooh, 9 for Quintero. Half this match is in the books.
Ooh, what's
I think
that?
that's in.
9 star.
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
don't
really
know.
tell it was in the way.
Yeah.
I thought it was in.
Yeah, okay. Go with Steve. I do want to make a comment about Haas and her stance on social media. A couple months ago, there were some people that had said some pretty, off-color things about some of her posts and stuff, and she took a stand for herself on social media and just kind of put people in her place. And I just I thought it was great. I don't know if you guys got to see any of that stuff, but
Yeah.
some pretty rude comments. She looks like
Basically,
she's
she
hurt,
had some
man.
kind of
No.
like, she had some guys kind of trolling after her World Cup win, and they were like, "Oh, blah blah blah." They were saying like pretty.
Yeah,
bad
there's some
things,
physical
but she
stuff
just
about her
basically-
physical. Mm-hmm.
She screenshotted them and then put them on the post, and she was like, "I'm an athlete. Like, would you talk about a male athlete like this sort of thing?" So
Yeah.
It's
it
a
was really
real
nice.
thing
It was really
that-
nice to see that post.
Real thing the women have to deal with that a lot of people just don't realize. There's been top women shooters who've had major international stalkers to just the typical trolls, but it's a real thing, unfortunately.
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I remember reading some of that stuff and just happy that she stood up for herself and clapped
Yeah.
back. It was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I
On the other hand, though,
recently
you can
watched
see
the-
her arm shaking, and after that last shot, she turned around and looked like she's in a little bit of pain here.
Yeah. She's not got many arrows to shoot though. Like, she just needs to get through the next 3 and the next 15.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Take some painkillers. Go home, get physio. But yeah, it's really nice that like she stood up for like women in archery, and she was like, "We're athletes," and so it was nice.
Poss looked a little stunned about that 9.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was such a huge opportunity
Another
for
one.
Daphne.
She just every end has that one arrow, it seems like.
Oop, what's going on here?
An issue with the
Something with
timing,
the clock.
it seems.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Judge
never
just
good.
stepped in.
That's hard.
Yeah, just
But that
breaks your
gives us a really
momentum,
good
right?
shot of the field. You can see the windsock, the flags blowing around, the flags on the targets. So it's not too bad down where the athletes are. It's moving definitely.
Mm.
See the wind indicator, 1.2 meters, I would imagine, right? Meters per second. It's tough to get you out of
This
your rhythm.
happened at this happened at another shoot, and it really affected like the archer that was supposed to shoot, and they just, instead of getting 10s, I feel like, was it Yachty? I don't know. Maybe it was India or something, but instead of getting 10s, they like got 9s.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Spain earlier on in the year. I can't remember.
It can be hard for sure.
Yeah, because you're like in that mindset of like, yeah, I'm getting 10s, and then all of a sudden you can hear the crowd or something, and you're like, oh.
Oh, now we're back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, good. That helps
Then
to.
again, it just gave her enough
that
recovery.
really. I think she's finished every end with a 29. It's crazy.
Poss just needs a 10 here just to have at least some comfort heading into the final end. Got it. Nicely done.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-point lead.
2-point
This would be
lead.
a complete fairy tale story.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a complete fairy tale. If the fact that she couldn't even shoot her bow a few days ago, and now she's looking potentially at a gold medal match at a World Cup final. Amazing.
And it can be even more so if she manages to beat Sarah Lopez. This is going to be out of this
Can
world.
you imagine? Oh, can you imagine?
Like the stages this year, Elisa Ronner won in Turkey, Venom won in Shanghai and Korea. Who won?
I think Paz. Right?
Paz, she won in Korea. Wow, amazing.
I think so.
She was at a
Because
final.
in Shanghai she was fourth, I think. Yeah, but I think she was fourth, I think. Yeah.
She's had such a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what she's done differently, but it's suddenly she got to her first finals and then she won. Yeah. I like that they're filming Lopez as well, because obviously she's waiting to see who she's going to face in the gold. In 3 hours' time, it will be decided.
Unless we have a shoot off, there's a chance.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sad we haven't had a shoot off yet. I'm waiting.
Oh, this is the presenter curse. What have you done?
No, it's in. She's fine. As much as I want to shoot off.
I mean, what's going through your head right now? Is it like, please get a 10? Or is it like, I will get a 10? Or is it like, don't get a 9?
The key, Lucy, is not to think, just to shoot.
Oh, don't think. Oh.
Yeah.
This is where you just go for yellow.
That's
You
where
don't
I
care
can
about
go
the
wrong.
10.
Yeah. Take
And
it from
there
me.
it
Don't
is.
think. Wow.
All right.
This is the
Nice job.
Cinderella story. Oh.
Oh, poor Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, they will have a bronze medalist.
A bronze medal. Yes, that is true.
This is going to be the loudest match. Like, can you imagine the people in the town? They're going to be like, "What is going on?"
Wow. So familiarization was yesterday, correct? On Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So again, if you're just joining us, and Paz, who just ended up winning this match, and she's going to go shoot for gold, had messaged me yesterday, and basically what she had said to me, not basically, but she said that her shoulder injury came back, and honestly, I couldn't even pull my bow back yesterday. So 2 days ago, she couldn't pull her bow back. And with the help of all the physio people that are there to compete at this level, I think we saw in her first match victory, the emotion. She looked like she was on the verge of crying, and now just gutting it out. And this one is incredible. Now to be able to shoot for gold and guarantee herself silver, it's so close. It's quite a performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a commanding victory in the semifinal.
Yeah.
I was just looking up in Korea, second stage who won was Sarah Lopez. But in Turkey, Elisa Ronner beat Paz in the final, the gold medal final.
Okay.
So she got silver in Turkey and fourth in Shanghai.
Okay.
Estonia and archery, who knew? They did. They've been working on it for a while, for sure.
You should follow Estonian archery on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Or is it
100%.
Compound Estonia? Yeah, like.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
They are good. Oh, okay.
It is at est.compound. est.compound. That's
There you go.
their profile.
All right,
That's who
gave him a
knew.
follow.
They knew.
Okay, so look at the brackets if you're watching on Archery Plus, archery.tv is where the action is. And hopefully you have both these windows open. You're watching along with us. Lucy O'Sullivan on top, Crystal Govin right there in the mix in the middle, Steve the Big Cat Anderson down bottom left, and Bernardo Oliveira, who is a retired recurve competitive shooter who's keeping our scores for us. So he's slumming it with us here on the compound side of things, which we appreciate. He'll be with us tomorrow too, as we bring you similar coverage with a different panel for the most part for the recurve side of things. Can't thank you guys enough, all of you, for joining us. We appreciate it, both you watching and our distinguished panel. This has been so much fun. As now we get to our penultimate match of these 2024 Hyundai Archery World Cup Finals from Tlaxcala, Mexico. I believe the 5th time that Mexico has hosted in the history of the World Cup Finals. Looks like a spectacular event as we all get to chill from our residence, just like you all. Lucy, of course, somewhere in some small island nestled between the big island of Britain and France. Who knows?
England and France.
It's a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some place here called New Jersey, which is not an island. I'm not going to comment
We have
what
the
it
old
is.
Jersey.
Yeah, you sure do. Crystal Govin hanging out in the Northeast United States. Steve Anderson somewhere around the Salt Lake City, Utah area. And Bernardo joining us from HQ headquarters in Switzerland. Big time. That's
Speaking
why
of
he
that-
has the sign, which you guys should make it for sure.
Are you going to share with us about your new role, Bernardo, now that you're retired?
Yeah, I didn't know. Come on,
Ooh.
tell me about this.
When you roll.
Tell everyone
So
about
I
your
joined,
new position. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I just started. It's been 3 weeks. I started working here at the World Archery Excellence Center, working with the coaching staff, but also with the communications team. So gonna be doing, both stuff. So I kind of have two bosses: Mark Dellenbach, the head coach of the World Archery Excellence Center, but also Chris Wells, that we all know very well. So yeah, whenever coaching stuff is needed, I do coaching. Whenever comms stuff is needed, I do comms. So very happy about that.
Cool. Congratulations.
And
That's
in
awesome.
saying all of that,
Excellent. Congrats.
thanks,
And you did
thanks a
some
lot.
excellent stuff at the Olympics. Your videos
Thanks.
were
Yeah, but what I say
Very
is
good.
that I was just the one speaking in front of the camera. Like Chris was cueing me on what I should say, and then they did all the edits. So yeah, literally, I was just speaking.
Well, you spoke well.
Thanks.
Ooh. Sarah drops it. Hey, by the way, since Chris Wells is one of your bosses, one of the first things I'm going to do when I see you is just kind of give you a hug, bro. I get it.
Thanks.
Wait, is this thing on? Wait, uh-oh. Mm,
Uh-oh.
He might have heard you.
No, it can
Just
can
kidding,
be a
Wells.
hug because you're just happy for me. Like, can be kind of
Yeah,
like,
that's
man,
what it
yeah,
is.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's
It's
what
not,
you
it's
meant.
not
Yeah.
for you. It's like, congratulations on your job. That's cool. I'm happy for you. I know you've been working on that for quite a while.
Thanks. Okay, so with all of this talking, I really did a poor job in the plotting, and so it
You can
turned out
blame
to
me.
be too
It's my
much.
fault.
You threw me into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that should have worked, I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 29 apiece.
Yeah.
So
All right, shoot for bronze.
I find it's cool that obviously there's two Mexican archers, so the coach and one of the other archers. They've all been in green today, but obviously if you're against your teammate or someone another country that's wearing a similar uniform to you, you have to swap the color of your shirt. So the coach and Daphne both had to quick change, get back on the field. So then obviously you can recognize the difference between the archers.
Yeah, it's a good point because she had the last match, so she was the one changing, and she didn't have a break at all. So yeah,
Change.
that was a quick turnover.
But I wonder why they decided that, because I would have been like, well, seeing as you came off like the match before, maybe you change. So maybe they just decided like, yeah, target one, you're on this color, in this color.
I think it's by seed, technically. I think there's
Okay.
actually like
So
a
it'd be
rule,
decided
maybe.
for you who has to wear the.
I think I could be wrong, but I feel like there's something with that.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Where did that come from?
She had that against Ella as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to
She's
bother
really
her too
struggling
much,
to
though.
get 3 arrows. No, but she's struggling to get 3 good arrows in an end. It's 2 solid
you're
arrows every
right.
time, but
I feel you.
Has she got Mexican eyeshadow on? I'm here for it.
I don't know.
I swear she had like
I was
green
looking at her
and
smile. I didn't
red.
notice.
Oh, here for it. And I love that in the crowd as well. They've got their big old, like, they've got their faces all blown up. They're like waving their faces at them.
That'll
The
have to be on our
Mexico
action
crowd
figure then.
always bring it.
Mm-hmm. And after all that, we're tied up.
No, 1 point, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
Not quite
World
tied.
Archery has it as 68-58.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
68-68 now.
Oh, so what?
Bernardo just needs to update
Ah.
our score somehow.
That was definitely an 8, though, right? I'm confused.
Yeah, it was definitely an 8.
Huh.
Yeah, wait. Let me see. Where did I get this wrong?
27.
No, yeah. So, yeah, that's what it says. World Archery right now on the feed has it 77-78 after Becerra just shot a 9.
Okay.
There's her 3 good arrows, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
This does have an
Alright,
error of
so-
its own pressure,
87,
though, doesn't it?
88.
That's
actually, the
what they have
problem
on the
was.
feed. My bracket's not refreshing with the scores, though. That's all I'm looking at.
So we're either tied or Daphne has a 1 point lead. That's what we're saying. Right?
Yeah, it's actually Daphne. She has 1 point lead. My mistake was on end number 1, where Daphne she had
Okay.
a 30, and for some reason I put 29. It was while we were having that conversation. Thanks, Crystal.
Okay.
So
Crystal, next time, can we do it between ends? Please, thank you.
before the match starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
fired.
just have to find out how to fix that.
No, you're here till the bitter end, Crystal. Stay put. You're not fired.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Steve, do you think you see anybody yet on the women's compound that would go to a major tournament like Vegas and try to go for the big prize again? Try to shoot in the open category?
Doesn't seem like that's going to happen. You know,
Yeah.
It. Sarah did it. Did anyone else do it?
I think only Sarah.
Only Sarah?
Yeah.
Was it one time or
I
did you do
think
it
so.
twice?
Just one, the very first time.
One. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it requires a 900 to win in the women's now. Usually a 900
Yeah.
and a shoot off. So there's certainly the capability of the 900. But, you know, it might require 30 straight X's or more. This year it was 45 to win. So, well, kind of. So that's a tough ask for anybody.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I think it's just the extra attention and pressure you have on yourself if you were to go in there. Even if you knew you could shoot the 900, even if you knew you could shoot however many X's you have to shoot, it's really all that attention's on you trying to do it as the you know, it's a whole different storyline
Only female
that you don't need. The pressure's already there.
Yeah, it's hard enough to do it. Then you add in like, oh, let's all watch the woman who shot in the open category and see what happens. Yeah. So it'll come to be, you know, where it's just like a blended category kind of, but you know, there's a lot of people who are pushing to, you know, they don't realize it, but they're pushing to eliminate categories. So yeah, I like the setup we've got now, where amateurs shoot in flights. I think that's something that amateurs should more or less gravitate to, which is, you know, I want to be in the top 5 flights. That's a goal. That's a good goal to set, you know. And I was just at the Vegas shoot meeting, and they said something like 8 of every 33 amateurs get paid in the flights class. So that's pretty cool, you know. And I don't know if it'll end up where the whole tournament becomes a flights class. You know, in theory that could happen. And making top flight would be quite the accomplishment. I say that like that's not something that's happening. Don't go out and think that that's how it's going to be. But in theory, it could go to that. You could eliminate all categories and everyone just shoots on the same premise of flights. Sandbagging would be a real thing at that point, but
it would be.
Yeah.
Here's a 10 to win.
It is now.
Oh, and it's an X.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
Clutch arrow at the end.
I think what you're saying, Steve, though, it is huge for amateurs. I had a student last year who won his flight, a pretty high up flight, and that was the highlight of his whole season. I mean, that was a really big deal for him. And I think too many people don't take advantage of that opportunity and what it can mean for your career, of, you know, giving you a stepping stone.
There's an understanding when you hit day 3 that like, all right, now I'm competing against these people, and that's pretty cool too. Yeah. So you've got your mindset shifts to that. There's another side of it where NFA told me that it's a mind-blowing amount of uncashed checks from people who framed it instead of cashing it, which, you know, because they won their flight or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard that for years, and you can cash it right there at the casino.
You could also mobile deposit it and keep the check.
And keep the check and still frame it.
Yeah, but they don't cash
Steve,
it.
I see that as a money-making opportunity. NFAA could sell you a check that you cash yours, but then you have to, for $5, buy one that they'll fill out, and you can frame that one.
Yes.
Such a good idea.
Yeah. It's void.
Novelty,
it's not real.
Novelty
it's
checks.
void, but...
Not a real check.
Give us $20.
Not a jumbo check. You imagine you're 8th place in flight 37 and you get a jumbo check that's like
You get a jumbo check for $26. Yeah.
$20.
You know
Yeah.
what? Maybe I'll start selling that. Come get your check
There you
printed
go.
at my booth.
Yes.
Dude, in 2019,
final.
I won three national championships and 20-something $1,000 from Bowtech, and Paige forgot to bring the big checks with her because she was in charge of the Bowtech checks. So I still don't have a big
Damn.
check ever. I want a big check. I'd love
Dude,
to hang one
I
on
would
my wall. That'd
request.
be
I'd be
cool.
like, you send me those.
Yeah, I'll fill it up myself.
I'm gonna wallpaper my basement with mine someday.
No,
That's cool.
never got it. It is interesting. The other thing
The
too that I think that
final.
people don't necessarily know about when you shoot in like flight type of category is it if you show up to Vegas and you compete in flight 26, it motivates you next year to go back and try to flight up. Now I want to go to flight 15
For sure.
and I want to go to flight
Yep.
5, those types of things. And I know it's quite a big motivator.
There's a weird thing where in all sports, people want to I get the equipment separation, but not entirely, because sometimes they'll want a very minor equipment separation so that they can form another class so that they can be competitive in that class, right? And it's not just archery. I'm seeing that in other stuff. And in reality, I think people should be more aspirational about let's all run the same, let's get some more standardized equipment selections. World Archery has got that. They're standardized. It's compound, recurve, or bare bow. So standardized equipment, and then have a flight or a main event, like, oh, I made the A main or I made the B main or whatever. And then there's an aspiration to climbing to a higher flight.
Yep.
So
Agree. There's not enough of that.
one of the issues you'd get at Vegas is once a guy, a top shooter dropped a point, their incentive at that point is to sandbag down a flight or two and then clean up on day 3.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
yeah, that's not good either. So
We got nines all over the place.
you could in theory eliminate pro class.
Yeah.
So Sarah Lopez shoots a 9 on her second arrow, and Paz ended up answering it with a 9, and now catches the 10 line there.
That catches.
So that was a bit of an opportunity for Paz to jump on and gain a point in this end, but we're all tied up.
This is like a huge story though. So Lopez, 9th win potential, like 9. Because did you see like on World Archery she said like I want 10. So
yes,
this is huge. However,
then she probably quits.
Paz. Yeah.
That's how I
Do
saw
you
it.
blame
It's
her?
like, I'll get to 10, then I'll decide what to do. Like, felt to me like that's
Right.
at that point I'll just retire and decide I've done everything, and I'll shoot once in a while for fun.
Mic drop. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Whereas Paz, like this could be Cinderella story. If you knock out Lopez and you're injured.
Yeah.
This could
is
be
a
one of
best
the
result.
biggest. This could be one of the
And
biggest
best result
upsets of the
ever.
season. Yeah.
Hey,
Definitely.
there might be a lot of people who are like, help Sarah get to that 10th one a little quicker so we can get her out the door. You know,
Just let her win.
I don't know about that. But there you go.
if retirement is on the horizon, then that's here we go.
But
Now,
will she
Sarah's
only
doing something that
retire
I
at
don't
10?
see her. She's doing something I don't see her do very often. She's chasing clicks. Each time she's missed, she's grabbed some clicks, and that can be a downward spiral in itself.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
She's Sarah Lopez, man. She'll figure it out.
She looked so good in
Oh,
that
there you
last
go.
match.
Flex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, how's that for the right click? It's on the cross.
Yeah.
In your face. Yeah. All
What are you
right.
talking about, Greg?
Yeah.
The other
All
side
right.
of
Let me
this
wipe
is,
the egg off my
she
face
was
there.
she was sitting for 35 minutes, and it's very possible that lighting
Yeah.
condition continues to change too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's so true. That's so true. Ooh.
It's 9 low.
That could be the
She's
match
got some
right
low
there.
hold going on, I think.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah,
Pasta's got to
those-
get a 10 here to go up 2. Oh,
Did not
She did a little
capitalize.
twitch before she
Ooh.
shot.
she wears it.
Yeah.
She
It
was a
wears those
tiny
misses. You
twitch.
can really tell. Yeah.
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 Now, a random question, and this goes to you, Steve. What do you guys like? Maybe you can ask Sarah. What does she want in order that she would be wearing a Hoyt cap
do you
and
want?
not a golf tilt-laced cap? Kind of like that. Does she get anything from
Yeah,
the
she
golf
probably wants
brand?
a hat that's comfortable on her head. That's my guess.
I
so
see.
yeah, I'll what I'll do is I'll say, give me that Titleist hat, and I'll figure out who's making the lid, and I'll replicate it with a giant Hoyt logo for her.
Mm-hmm.
Or just
Yeah,
patch
it'll
a
have the model
logo,
on the
a
tag,
Hoyt
for
logo
sure.
on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many of the archery hats don't fit women's heads. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Right.
we
And
only
also
have
they're
one
too
visor
big,
option.
like here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like so,
Please tell me she doesn't swing the club. She does. Is she a golfer?
I don't know. It's
Dude, you want to
possible.
talk about
or
torturing yourself?
There we
boom.
go.
Okay, that's what we need
That
right
looks
there.
good.
Good answer.
Ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
Crystal, maybe we get your shoot off here. Maybe we get it.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'd like to see that.
I
Gold
thought it
medal
was going to
match?
happen in
That
the bronze
works.
final.
gold
I
medal
know.
match.
Yeah. We can't go all these matches without one. I mean,
Mm.
oh,
Oh, pass. Can't be doing that against Lopez.
Back
Whoop.
it up.
yeah, that's in. That's in.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
here's something you have to train against Sarah. She's quick. Like, you got to be a quick turnaround.
Mm.
So
I
when
love shooting against her
Linda
for that
was-
reason.
Yeah, when Linda was going to, I don't even remember where it was. It was in Turkey. I don't remember the year, but we trained that. Like, I would shoot against her, and she was on a clock. And we even had George Tekmachov announcing, and I would shoot within 7 seconds of my clock starting, so that Linda had to fire her arrow, quickly reload, reset, and be ready to draw again. Because Linda's not fast. She's typically firing around 13 seconds into the clock.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Or more.
yeah, something you
'Cause
gotta.
I actually had to train
Yeah.
shooting against Linda because it was the opposite for me. She was slower than my normal rhythm, so I would load the arrow and want
You had
to
to
draw
slow
my bow,
down.
and I had to. Yeah, exactly. So I had to practice that.
Yep. All right, what do we got here? Tie
All
game.
tied. Yeah.
Tie game, yeah. I think 2 ends to go.
Oh, I see it says it on the bottom of our screen, but since I'm on a cell phone,
But you don't see it.
Lucky 87,
The
87.
whole day.
6 arrows left.
Ooh, I think that's
Hmm.
out.
That's a
Oh,
nine
I think that's a
liner.
9.
I think it's a 9.
I think it's a 10.
Ooh. Oh, you
That's
think it's a
definitely
10?
That's a 9.
Oh, I think that's a 9.
just down. But I'm going to correct this one by Sarah Lopez.
10.
Let's see.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
She
This is
doesn't
one
look
of those. No, you
like
take
last
it.
year.
No,
She
you take it.
yeah.
I know.
Last year she felt kind of nervous, whereas
sorry, I broke the game.
Oof, nice.
yeah, this is the first.
I got disconnected there. What's the thought on Sarah's first arrow?
They're still calling it 9
I don't know.
asterisk.
Mm.
Is it the one at
Yeah.
4 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lower one.
I would call it out by a pixel on my 3/4 inch wide screen here that I'm seeing.
What version of iPhone is that? Because the pixel density could make a difference, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually recently upgraded to 16 Pro Max. It's all of it. I've got the best possible
Ooh.
situation here.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's big call.
Oh,
He's
it clipped
calling
the
it up.
line.
Yeah, he called
I
it
don't know
up.
what he's.
Yeah.
I think
But
I've seen
which
him
one?
make some calls before,
Yes?
and I think this means a higher value.
Yeah.
Yep,
think.
okay.
Arrow upgraded.
Okay, so she's
Huge.
up by
They
one.
have to
That
do
is
that now.
big.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, so the judges have to do that now. So and it's like to make it more viewer friendly for everyone. So it's like that's up. That's
Mhm.
Makes
but yeah.
sense.
I mean, last year.
All right, here we go. 3 arrows.
Oh,
This is when I'm really glad I'm not in the coach's box.
What do you even say?
I get nervous. Like this has literally no
so
outcome on my
nervous.
life, and I get nervous. Yeah, like
yeah,
I'm
thank
gonna.
you.
Nothing changes for me
I'd
tonight.
much rather be
but
shooting than sitting. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I'd rather be
my
on the
leg
line,
is-
like feeling the pressure.
I do the big like.
Can
You
we
know, I'm
have
a
like
leg
a
shaker.
heartbeat? Can we have a heartbeat for these
No,
last
no.
like 6 arrows? Like I feel like
Crush.
Oh,
She has
man,
hit that same
man.
hole many
Yep.
times.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Losing on a 30 is gonna hurt though.
oh yeah.
that's a good shot.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. No. Oh, she didn't
Oh,
like it, but
10.
she got it.
It's a 10.
30.
30.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now
a 10
the
to win.
heartbeat comes in.
A 10 to win your
Quick,
ninth
better
World
shoot.
Cup final.
Didn't even show.
Got it.
Oh,
Oh,
my
my
God,
gosh.
Drained it.
Holy crap. That's
She is
Lopez
just
The
right there.
cameraman couldn't
ridiculous.
keep up.
I know.
Producer couldn't keep up.
9.
Dang.
You gotta
That's
know her
the way
shot
to
cycle,
do it.
man. You
That
gotta
was
go.
beautiful.
She's on it. Feeling
Yeah,
it.
She
that's
is
the way to do it.
absurd.
She
Yeah,
did
that
not
was.
think
Come
about
on.
it. Up, on, and gone.
Nope. Gone.
Hey, wait, Steve. How long's this bow been out? A
That was
week
the
and a half?
quickest shot.
Yes.
The
Ah.
10
the
days.
first world championship
And 2
for the
medals.
bow, huh? Yeah. First
Yeah.
first gold medal for a new. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
She
Well,
is
You
unbelievable.
gotta
Yeah.
gotta tip of the cap to Paz too. Gotta give it a Paz.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
injured.
That's
What a
so
run
nice
she
she
had.
held her hand up as well. Like, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best result ever by Estonian archer. Amazing season she's had.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
absolutely
And-
killing
and-
it. Oh, that new bow.
Come on, and she did put up a hell of a fight against Sarah Lopez as well.
She
Like,
did.
It wasn't
Yeah. Oh,
like
you
just
can't.
yeah.
No.
Just a
1
single
point.
point.
What was the final score?
46,
147 to
I
147.
think, or-
147 to 146.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gold
Man,
medal.
oh man.
That last end. Can we get a picture of that? That's what I'd be framing.
Oh, she's so cute. Interview time.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
dub
big
this
sigh of
one as
relief.
well, Greg?
Yeah, Greg, interview.
Are you
You ready for the
dubbing this
interview?
interview as well, Greg?
You want me to do Sarah's interview? No way.
Yeah. Let's hear it in Spanish.
All right. In Spanish. All right, here we go. Porque
Here it comes.
Hola.
hola. Gracias.
Muy
That's all
bueno.
I got.
You're offending
Wait, what?
people.
Muy bueno.
I know I'm offending people. I took Spanish 101 in freshman year. of
bueno?
high
You're
school.
offending your
Switched to Russian. I
teacher.
don't- No.
Holy smokes, what a match.
Yeah, that was great.
Now we get a little emotion out of Sarah. Wow.
Man.
9. That's just insane.
Yeah, there hasn't been that many of these.
It just it's just
When did it start? 2006?
11, I believe.
2006.
Oh, 6?
Yeah, Rio
2006.
won the first one.
Rio.
11 was
Mexico.
the 50 meters,
did-
Greg.
Oh, 11 was 50 meters. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, was there one in 2020?
No,
No, no. 2020, no.
no, there was no World Cups.
So there's been 19 of them. She's got almost half of them.
Oof.
That's just
And next year it
Injury.
could be half.
And I was wondering how old she is. She's 29. She could
Yeah,
keep
she's
going
not-
for
She's not.
Yeah,
another
yeah.
10
A
years
better
easily.
stat would be, has she ever shot in one and lost?
her very first one. It was
That's it.
In 13.
the other Alejandra, I think, won that one.
Usquiano in Paris, right?
Yes. Yes.
Ah,
Yep.
13.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
year.
So
but-
every other one that she's attended, she has won,
yes. Yep.
and she's qualified for all of them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Every single one. That's
She
Mind
just
blowing.
didn't go because of injury on one. Yeah.
yeah.
World Cup GOAT.
100%.
100%.
And how many
You know,
world championships has she won? Anyone know?
That
just the
was
one.
the one thing she hadn't won, so I think it's just one. Yeah.
I
Because
see.
that was
Thank you.
her monkey, the monkey on her back for so long.
And that
So
was the
what's
last one
interesting
that
is I would say this format of shooting is the hardest to win because you have so many ways that you can shoot good and still lose. Like she could have shot
Yeah.
the second highest score on the field and lost, right? At
Mhm.
Vegas, if you shoot the second highest score on the field on a particular day, you don't lose.
Mhm.
You like every other tournament is basically a qualification tournament. The head-to-head tournaments are the hardest ones to win. So
Yeah.
mad props to that.
Yeah.
tip of the cap.
Amazing.
Sarah Lopez.
World Cup GOAT.
What an absolute legend.
Yeah.
World Cup GOAT. Wow. What a match. What a final match. What a way to end the day. It's time for us to get rolling as all the people that are
Oh,
We lost your sound.
Greg? Yeah.
Greg, no sound.
They cut you off, Greg.
Got to
You want me to
restart that
take it from here?
microphone.
I'll take it. He's saying, all right, I'll take it from here. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Have a nice life. Bye.
Have a nice life.
What he wants to say is we've had the best afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been an absolute ride. We've watched some incredible archery. We've seen James just go through, not drop a 10. We've seen Lopez win her 9th World Cup final. Everyone that's been tuning in, thank you for the comments. What else, Greg?
There's
yeah,
recurve
thank you to our
tomorrow.
panel.
Tune in again. Yeah.
There's recurve
Yes,
tomorrow. Tune in. Bernardo will be back on scoring for us. He's done an excellent job. Thank you so much for that. We want to say thank you to our panel. Greg, is your mic working again? No, Greg White, he's been amazing. Thank you, Greg. Bernardo,
Hey.
thank you so much. Give us a wave. We'll see you tomorrow. We've had Steve Anderson. Give him a give, and then we've had Crystal Govan and myself, Lucy O'Sullivan. Thank you so much for tuning
You
in.
can tell
And
who
we will
does
see-
the news with BBC Jersey. Man, amazing. Very nice sign off, Lucy. Don't forget, Christmas, Holly, Lucy Holly.
Lucy,
See you guys
Have a nice
later.
life. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.